Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial on how to register in Mobility Online if you're going abroad for a placement or internship. So the first thing you do is you go to the website www.fontys.nl/studyabroad and then you come to this page. Well, then you can choose and you choose for internship abroad, and it's a bit hidden away. So you skip the first and the second phase and you go to the third phase and you scroll down, and then you can see 3 links to Mobility Online. The first one is for students that are already registered. So you're probably not yet registered, so you can't use this one, but after your registration and you want to come back to Mobility Online, you can always use this link. Okay? The other ones are 2 different links for students who are not registered in Mobility Online yet, or who want to register a second mobility. You have a Mobility Online for internships outside of Europe, including Switzerland, and registration form for Mobility Online for internships inside of Europe. I'll show you just this one, and keep in mind that when you're going to Switzerland you also have to select this one. Okay, so I'll show you this form because it's similar to the other form. This is already filled in for you, so you're an outgoing student because you're going away and you're going on a placement, non-Erasmus. That means that you're going outside of Europe, or that you won't get an Erasmus scholarship because you only get an Erasmus scholarship when you're studying outside of Europe. Inside of Europe, I mean. So, wow, that's clear. Not okay. Academic year. You choose 2015-16, and then you select your start semester. So for now, you can only subscribe when you're going away in fall. And then you select the number of semesters that you're going abroad. Mostly that would be 1 semester. And then you would specifically fill in when you're going away and when you're getting home. And that's important for us to know. Especially important when you apply for the placement Erasmus part, because it determines if you are if you can apply for the scholarship or not. Okay, then you fill in your personal data. So you fill in your student number, your last name, your first name, your email address, the same email address again, and your date of birth, gender, nationality, and passport number. And then your data concerning the study. Well, it's called concerning the study, but this is about your study at Fontys. So you fill in your Fontys school, you select it from the list. So for example, you're from HRM, you select your bachelor program. Okay, and then you write down who is your supervisor or contact person at Fontys, who is the phone number of that person. So that could be your study counselor, your or maybe your international coordinator. But it's important that when something happens, or we want to talk about something regarding your placement or internship, that we know who to contact within Fontys. So it has to be a person that knows you and that knows you're abroad. So it could also be your internship coordinator, but it has to be a person within Fontys. Okay, so right here you fill out the number of academic years completed, and that is you can also click on the question mark. So you write down the full number of full academic years, the number of full academic years you have completed prior to the planned study abroad. So most students would have completed 2 years. Okay, as you can see, maybe somebody put in 2.5, but you have to put in the full number of years, so only 1, 2, or 3. All right. The level of study you can select first or second cycle. First cycle is bachelor, second cycle is master. So for you it will almost always be bachelor. And then the data concerning the stay abroad, and that's the most important thing for us. It's really important for us that we know where you're going. That's the whole idea of registration. We don't like to assume it, but if something would happen in the country where you are for your internship, or if something would happen to you, we would need to know where you are. For example, if something would be on the news, that there would be a plane crash, or there would be a bad turnout of events in a country, then we would be looking in the system who of our students are there or who are close to where it happened, and we would contact you to see if you're okay. So it's really important to fill out this information and to make sure it's correct. And sometimes it can change, or phone numbers can change, or the address can change, because you don't always know the address before you leave, but then you will know it when you're there, or when you don't have an address of the place that you're staying, but you have an address of the organization that you're working for. Just give us the most important information that we need. Okay? And phone numbers are always the easiest way to get in touch, so don't forget to change your phone number if you, for example, buy a different prepaid card when you're in the country abroad, and then you forget to change your phone number, and when we want to reach you, that's a really big problem and we get worried. So don't forget to change that later on if necessary. Okay, but right now just fill in the information that you know, and just keep it up to date later on. Okay, and then your emergency contact details. So this could be a member of your family, or somebody that knows you really well, and it's good for us to know that we can get in touch with them. Okay, good. Then you select the terms and conditions, and you declare that you've filled this form in truthfully. And then you send the application. What happens then is that you will get an email from Mobility Online, and it might appear in your spam mailbox because it's a no reply email address. Just look at that, because in the email it will say that you might have to do some other things, and it will also give you a link to Mobility Online that you can always use when you want to log into your workflow again. Alright, and well, that's the application procedure for placements and internships abroad. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.